How can you really tell when you're successful? Hi, I'm Dave Lorenzo. Welcome back to another edition of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. It's great to have you here and it's great to see you. Well, I can't really see you, but you know what I mean. Anyway, how do you know when you're successful? Well, I have this conversation with people just like you every day. We talk about how they can measure success going forward. And for you, success may mean something completely different than it means for me. But there's a system that I use to make sure that I'm on track as I'm working toward my goals. And there's a system that I share with my clients that helps them understand that they're on track to achieve their goals. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to share that very simple 5-step system with you so that you know that you're on track to achieve your goals. That's what we're going to talk about today on this episode of the Dave Lorenzo Daily. And I want to remind you that we're here every day, and I'm really glad that you're a part of this community. So thanks for joining me once again. If you're brand new and you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and give us a thumbs up if you like the content. Also, leave a comment down below so that we know what you want to hear more of, or if you want to start a discussion, we can have that discussion right down below in the comments, because the Dave Lorenzo Daily is a community of people that's here to help you grow your sales, here to help you become a successful entrepreneur, build a bigger business, and keep on track when times get tough. So thanks for being here, and I'm glad you're with me. I'm glad you're part of the community. All right, the first thing that I focus on to make sure that I'm on track when it comes to hitting my goals is a very simple concept, and that concept is called win the hour. What do I mean by that? I mean that each hour of the day, from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed, I think of in my head as either a win or a loss. And a win, it looks like doing what I want to do to advance my progress. So for this hour, a win is recording a successful video. And then for the next hour, it will be editing that successful video and posting it on YouTube. And then the hour after that, a win would look like making 50, 60 sales calls and connecting with 2 or 3 people. And for the hour after that, a win would look like going to lunch with one of my best clients and understanding how I can deliver more value to her. That's what I'm talking about. On my calendar, I write down what I'm going to do for each hour of the day. I focus on the workday hours, but I also put in there some family things as well. And then in the appointment notes, I write what a win would look like. If you focus on being successful each hour of the day, your days are successful. And if you focus on making each day successful, your months are successful and your years are successful. So win the hour is a huge concept that once you embrace, you will find that you do more and you become more productive. Okay, the second concept is the concept of adding value daily. Now, when I talk about adding value, I mean adding value to the lives of other people. This is part of my external orientation, and if you're familiar with the work that I've done, I focus on external orientation as a way to develop relationships, whether it's business relationships or in a social setting. So I wake up in the morning and I look at each day and I think to myself, how can I add value, 1, to a person in my business sphere of influence, in my business world? 2, how can I add value to someone in the social setting that I'm in? My friends, how can I add value to one of my friends' lives? 3, how can I add value to the people in my family? Maybe today it's my wife or my son or my daughter, my sister, one of the people in my family community. How can I add value to them? And then the 4th thing is, how can I add value to the lives of a stranger, to the life of someone that I don't know? I think about these areas of value that I can add first thing in the morning, and then I'm determined throughout the day to add value in each area. That's my mission, to add value to the lives of someone in the business world, to add value to the lives of someone in my social circle, to add value to the lives of people in my family, and then to even add value to the lives of people who I don't know yet. When you think about adding value to others, It's amazing how everything seems to take care of itself as far as your own needs, whether they're financial or emotional. Adding value to other people is the quickest way to receive value back in return without having to ask for it. I encourage you to use the categories that I've outlined: business, social, family, and then people you haven't met yet, strangers, and figure out how you can add value to someone in each one of those groups every day. The third way I track success, and I teach my clients to track success, is with a weekly sales goal. What number, from a sales perspective, do you have to hit each week in order for you to be successful? Write that number down, have it on your desk, tape it to the bottom of your computer, put it on the dashboard of your car, tape it to the mirror in your bathroom so that you see it every day when you wake up, and focus on hitting that sales goal every single day. The number for your sales goal is what you're shooting for, and if you hit it on a Monday, try and blow it away on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Weekly sales goals are the way to go because it will drive you, it will motivate you to take action each day to hit your weekly target. The next two ways I measure success are going to be very interesting to you. I have one project that I want to complete each month, and then one big achievement that I want to accomplish each year. And the example that I'll give you is using these videos. I have one new project I want to complete each month, and in January of 2019, that one new project was get started making videos every day. So I focused on making sure my studio was completely organized. I invested in new equipment, and then I spent time in January learning how to edit and storyboard videos so that they would work out really well. And then I spent each day recording videos, editing, adjusting, recording videos, editing, adjusting. So at the end of January, my one thing that month was to have that process refined so that it was working like a well-oiled machine. I accomplished that in January. Now, my one big thing this year, my one big thing for 2019 is to have an impact on the world through these videos. I want to do a video every day, and I want to have an impact on the world by doing these videos. What does that impact look like? Maybe it means connecting with a group or a person who has a larger audience and larger following than myself, because that person or that audience recognizes my value and they want to distribute my valuable content even further. That's my one big thing for the year. So my one goal for the month of January was achieved. Now I'm working on my goal for the year, and when I'm swamped and I don't know that I can get through the day and make a video at the end of the day because I've got so much work piled up, keeping that one big thing in mind and realizing that the video I make today could be the one video that someone who's a huge influencer sees and wants to distribute, that keeps me going. So my one big thing for the year drives me forward, and my one big thing for the month keeps me taking action on a day-to-day basis. Those are the 5 simple success tips that I use to track my growth on an hourly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, and on a yearly basis. I want you to implement these right now because they will help propel you forward and they will drive your success toward your goals, not only for the end of the year, but in your life in general. Leave me some thoughts down in the comments about how you track success so that I can learn from you and so that everyone in our community can learn from you. And remember, if you like these videos, make sure you give me a thumbs up and make sure you share them with other people outside of the world of YouTube. Share them on LinkedIn, share them on Facebook, share them on Twitter. Our community grows when we spread the success strategies that we share here. Thanks for joining me, and until tomorrow, here's hoping you do this and sell more.